it's like I could sing all night. What's going on here? I would have not invited all these people here to come see me, and that be the only thing I'm doing. Well, you know, I heard that Courtney, apparently you had some things to say about me to Sonya. You said that she brought the ghetto out, or the hood out.
That I like ghetto, and I love it.
Wait a damn minute.
You don't know me, and that you're saying, oh, she bring the hood out. But I'm on top, bring everybody out.
Oh, now that's how you clear up.
Shooting. So I was concerned, truly, because I had 30. Why did you say shooting though? Time out.
Girl, what's going on?
You is dead. But you're talking about acting. No, you're acting right. My daughter is dead, bitch.
It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, episode 3, season 15. Alright, and this episode was really good. At the end, I was kind of low-key shocked with Marlo. But like, comment, and subscribe, and enjoy the video.
Yeah, let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flame. And if you wanna play with me, you can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, want it, securing the bag.
So the episode starts with Sheree. She's over here hosting like a little brunch situation with messy old Sonya and Marlo. So they're over here just kikiing, talking about the whole BravoCon situation. But you know, the ladies, they talk about BravoCon. They talk about, you know, all the mess that went down at BravoCon. And Marlo brings up Mama Joyce. You know, Mama Joyce is always going to, you know, throw shade on Todd's name. Why? I don't know. At this point, 2 kids in. He's married to Kandi. I don't see what the deal is and what the rhyme or reason of why she still keep going after Todd. But, I mean, she do. So it is what it is. And, you know, Sonya, she speaks on her relationship with Drew. Drew basically threw shade at her on the panel at BravoCon. And Sonya's just like confused, like, you know, at the end of the day, she sent me a text before, so I don't know where the deal is. But she gotta realize that, you know, we're watching the show. They talk about the show, and that's just what it was. But I mean, fair. But I really do feel like sometimes with this trio, with Sonya, Sheree, Marlo, they can be delusional at times. And, you know, Sheree, she brings up, you know, I met Kenya at my warehouse, and, you know, she was over here talking about Martell, saying that he was wrong, black man power, blah, 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 all this stuff, right? And she's just like, yeah, you know, we just had to agree to disagree. But Sheree, you even said, well, you know, I see Martell on his show, and he's not the type of man that's so egotistical, argumentative, deplorable, nasty, disgusting, all these things. But she's like, when he's with me, he's not like that. Because if he was like that, I wouldn't be attracted to that. But I'm like, you just described how he was on the show, said that you're not attracted to it, but you see how he is on the show. You see where it's like really like contradiction? But I mean, Sheree, if you like it, right? I just feel like sometimes Sheree just don't realize that maybe someone's showing their representative and they're not showing exactly who they are. They're showing like who they want people to see them as, right? So we head over to Drew and Ralph. They're over here at a rock climbing date. They are taking the advice of Dr. Ken. He told them to go on dates, you know, start dating each other. They're trying to get back into their groove. They're doing their music thing. So I guess that's bringing them together. So, you know, like I said, it's crazy to see how they're in this space on the show right now. Like, they're really lovey-dovey. Ralph is over here, you know, being compassionate. He's not gaslighty. To like how it is now. They're over here like speeding into the courthouse. Like, it's crazy. So, you know, Drew talk about her song that they put out on Already Know. She's like, babe, can you believe that I already got 30,000 streams? That is so crazy. And he was like, yeah, you know, that's bad.
The song is at 30,000 streams, right?
That's bad.
That's bad? No.
So far, 30,000 streams. I mean, that's something. I don't think anybody knew she had music out. I know I didn't until I went to go look on Spotify. I saw she had music. Who knew? But I mean, yeah. But at the end of the day, Drew doesn't sound bad. So I mean, I'm not mad at it. So Drew, she's like, you know, at the end of the day, I am trying to chase my stardom. I'm trying to drop this EP, and I'm on the road to, you know, getting this Grammy. I'm like, wow. Okay. You see Kenya, and she's over here post brand meeting, and she's over here talking to her assistant. She's like, yeah, this is not how I want it to be. Like, go call him right now. Call him right now. She's being very much stern and pointed with the way she's talking. And then she gets on the phone with the graphic artist that did her brand packaging. And
Kenya, if you need somebody to do your packaging, let me know.
But she talks about the whole packaging thing, how the resolution is low. the sizing wasn't to the measurements that of her liking that she wanted it. So people might see this as her being like very rude or this and the third, but what we got to realize is, and what I do realize is, that this is her brand. This is what she's putting out to the world, and especially in the platform that she's in, it's all, if it turns out to look like something like Sheree's, it's just gonna be turns out to look like horrible or low budget, then people are gonna have something to say. So it's like, why not put out the best quality work that you can put out? One, and two, she's paying these people. So it's like, I'm paying you for a service that I'm expecting you to give me what I want, and that's what I'm asking for. So I mean, I'm not mad at the way she's talking. She might be talking stern and this and the third, but this is her brand that she have to look out for. You know, she gets on the phone with Mayetta, and they over here talking about, yeah, can you help me choreograph? I'm gonna have a special performance at the HBCU, the Magic City Classic. So I think that's what they're gonna go to next episode. So I'm excited to see how it's gonna turn out. But
No shade, Kenya.
don't hit me, girl. But what are you performing? Like, is it gonna be twirl? Because if it's gonna be twirl, you can keep that. So we travel to Kandi and the gang, right? And, you know, they go into their little board meeting. She's starting writing on the board, talking about, okay, what we gotta do, what we gotta do. We gotta do this. She goes through like a whole long list of stuff she needs to do. I'm just like, damn, Kandi, like, you have a lot on your plate. And Kandi is a busy woman. She's not gonna say no to a whole, she's not gonna say no to a check. And I'm not mad at it, but I'm like, she is stressing out over the whole, she's trying to be a part of Todd's movie as an executive producer, and, you know, Don Juan's just basically tell her, like, you know, as much effort that you put into his stuff, he need to put that into yours, back vice versa. So in the middle of the conversation, Mayetta pops up. She walks in. She's like,
Hey girl, what's up with the tea, bitch?
so she's over here doing that, and, you know, Kandi talks about, you know, the premiere of her second Broadway play, The Piano Lesson, and, you know, congratulations to Kandi, because she over here got nominated for a Tony and an Emmy. She's getting close to the EGOT, so, you know, congratulations to Kandi. Don Juan brings up the whole BravoCon thing. He's like, yeah, you know, Mama Joyce is still having so much to say about Todd, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah.
Mama Joyce and them had to do their own panel, and they asked her what type of man she would want for her daughter.
I probably would have picked anyone that had a decent job.
But, and she talks about whole, like, she wished that Kandi could be with somebody that has a better job. Okay, so here's the thing, Mama Joyce, and Katie, no shade. But here's the thing, like, I could have sworn that before Kandi, Todd was an executive producer of, like, shows, which I would assume that's probably like at least a 6-figure salary. 1, 2, Mama Joyce, I could have sworn, like, if it wasn't for Kandi, Todd probably would have more money than you. But I'm just saying, like, Kandi is uberly rich, right? But you can't just knock Todd for the success that he had before Kandi. It's just like you're basically saying, oh, well, you know, Todd might have been an executive producer, but that's chump change. Girl, okay. But, you know, Kandi's over. She's like, at the end of the day, you know, I'm done. Like, I don't want her to be talking about my husband, my marriage anymore, period.
He has a job. So I left. I have not called her since.
So we travel to Drew's house, right? And she's over here, you know, having her little, like, family time. And she has like a chef there, and there's a lot of chefs in this episode. I'm like, damn, y'all really got private chefs. But she's over here just chilling with her family. And then all of a sudden she had a FaceTime from Candace, and Candace like, girl, you know, I'm in your city, I'm having a good time, but I'm having a show, I want you to come sing with me. And she was like, oh my god, girl, like low-key I think got wet. Like, I'm like, girl, like, what's going on? So they over here hype and just like, yes, this, that, and the third. So, you know, in the midst of their like celebrating, a car pulls up, and it's Courtney, and she pulls up with Bryce. He's like an actor. We've seen him in like all these different movies, and he walks in, and Drew's like, oh my god, I know you. And then they reminisce, and then Ralph and Courtney are like, hey cousin, what if, you know, I had a thought in the middle of that. I'm like, it's already weird they call each other cousins, because I'm just like random. But what if Ralph and Courtney had something going on? Think about it, right? Drew tells Courtney about the whole show that she's going to have with Candace. She invites her. Everybody's excited. And then Courtney's like uberly excited. She's like loud. Like loud. I'm like, Courtney, you're loud. So I'm just like, girl, damn. So, you know, in that moment, Drew thought it was a great idea to call Kandi. So she called Kandi on FaceTime. She's like, Kandi, oh my God, I'm going to be performing at Candace's show. I want to invite you, girl. That's so crazy.
Candace, she asked me to perform with her on stage. Kandi, this...
So she was like, yeah, I got some people in the background. Say hi.
Say hi, Courtney. Hey.
But she said in her confession, like, girl, I don't want to see that girl. Like, why? Like, that would be me. Like, if it was somebody I was beefing with, they'd be like, say hi. Click. I would have hung up the phone and just text, I'll be there, girl. But Drew, that was messy because she's like, I didn't know the beef was that deep. Girl, if your husband just told you the last episode that she was trying to fight her, I think that's deep. But, you know, maybe we're all different, you know. So in the midst of that, everybody sits down at the table. They're over here talking, chit-chatting. So Drew talks about Sonya, and Courtney's like, well, you know, Sonya was the one that told me to, you know, confront Kandi.
Sonya's right there, and I'm like, even you said at Sheree's house that I should confront her. She's like, I didn't say that. I'm gonna say this. Sonya can be a little tricky.
So I don't see why she over here got Kandi and then flipped the script. And then Drew was like, well, you have to watch her because, you know, Sonya, she can go like flip-floppy, this and the third. And, you know, Drew talks about, you know, Sonya unfollowed me on Instagram. And, you know, that's a big deal. You don't unfollow people. Why would she do that? Blah, blah, blah. So that made me feel like we had beef. So they segue over in the middle of that, and we see Marlo and her nephews in the car. It was a quick scene. She's over here picking up a bracelet or something, or some clothes. And they talk about the grades, this, that, and the third. The kids are going to be with Marlo, I guess, for the foreseeable future, I would assume. And she talks about, you know, her late nephew, Quentin, who unfortunately lost his life to gun violence. And I don't know the whole parameters of what that story means. I don't know if it happened recent. I don't know if it happened a few years ago. I'm still confused on the whole situation, right? But, you know, we jump over, we see Drew and Courtney drive to Candace's tour rehearsal. And basically she's like, girl, I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Like, what am I going to do? Jesus, help me, Lord. I'm so nervous. I'm just like, damn, girl, calm down. But we skip all the way to the performance. All the ladies are coming in. The audience is getting packed. Basically, we're all about to watch Candace's show. And shout out to the Real House of Atlanta promoting Candace's music. So they had the sound. They had her music in the background, like soundtrack. Like, congratulations to Candace for her success. So basically, when everybody was sitting down, Marlo is the last girl to sit down, and you know, she speaks to everyone. She gives a general hello, and you know, Kenya speaks. She's like, hello. Candy's like, hello, and Mayetta's like. So it was very dry, right? And I respect Kandi for even speaking, because like, we know that they are not on good terms. She's been doing these spoofs, this, that, and the third. So you know, they're not good. So but you know, Mayetta and Kenya was very much dry. Marlo gets up and you know, she's like, yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom, I'll be right back. So once Marlo gets up, Sonya, shot right. She's over here like, so what's the tea with y'all, Marlo? What's going on? What's the tea? So they're like, yeah, you know, it ain't nothing. Candace, I'm gonna keep my distance. And Mayetta's like, no, I felt played because she was over here when we were in Jamaica. She was over here basically saying all this stuff about me, saying that I need permission from Kandi, or I got permission from Kandi to go outside and talk. Like, I'm grown. So Marlo comes back, and then you know, Courtney comes up, and you know, she's with her cousin Ralph. Ain't it funny how they walked in together? But you know, she comes in like, hey, oh my God, yeah, girl, what's up, girl? Yeah, what's up, bitch? I'm just like, goddamn, like, girl, calm down. Like, I get it, you know, you on TV, it's hype, it's cool, but like, calm down. When she sits down, everyone speaks. Candy's like, hello, and I'm just like, Kandi, you are really good, because I would have gave her the Oprah. When she was like, hey, I would have.
Yeah, Maya.
Girl, no, you're not getting enough from me, especially we about to fight. No. Well, we see Candace perform, and I'm just so proud of Candace from how far she has grown, from not singing at the reunion to, you know, now singing on stages and BravoCon. Like, I'm proud of Candace very much. But I'm confused with the rest of the ladies, because, you know, it's Drew time. So Drew get up there, she get her outfit, she get her microphone, she's like, yeah.
I'm gonna love me.
Yeah. So I'm just confused because, you know, the context, like she's like, yeah, you know, Kandi sent me this song. It's so beautiful. And then, you know, she's singing like this and that. She's doing who, ooh, you know, cute, whatever. And then she's like, thank you, Drew. And Drew walks off stage. 43 seconds.
What's going on here? I would not invite all these people here to come see me, and that be the only thing I'm doing.
I was like, what's going on? Like, so I'm thinking like Drew's gonna, like, you know, segue into her song, like, I already know, you know, something like that. Nothing. So everybody's confused. And, you know, Drew gets off the stage and she hyped. Drew's like, yeah, you know,
I'm ready to go to the studio. I'm ready to over here go on a 3 city 5 country tour. Yeah, my backup dancers. I'm over here, J-Lo, Chris Brown. I'm ready to go to the studio, Stevie.
That's what I'm just like, damn, like, girl, like, she's really like hyped, like. And, you know, Ralph is pumping her up, and everything was cute. She did her, you know, I'm gonna love me ×6. So cool. So after the whole performance, Candace gives her bow and she walks off stage. All the girls go to a private space, and here is where all the mess happens.
Like a small woo moment. Because it's her set, so it was like, I came to support my friend. We're proud of you, Drew. We want to see more, for sure.
So basically everyone sits down and Kenya kicks it off. She's like, yeah, you know, Drew, congratulations. You know, we thought you would sing a little bit longer. And Drew was like, well, you know, I just came here to support my friend. She asked me, could I come on stage and sing with her? So I said, yeah. So Kenya said, you know, you did great. We just want to hear more from you. But, you know, Sonya actually gave you a standing ovation. Shock, right? So that gave Sonya a segue to basically bring up the whole frustration that she has with Drew about, you know, shading her at BravoCon. And she was like, you sent me a text beforehand and everything, so I'm just confused on where all this is coming from.
What happened on the stage at BravoCon? Because I genuinely thought we were trying to move forward. You had sent me a text. You wanted me to come see your mom's birthday. You wanted...
And Drew was like, well, you know, let me start with this. Because, you know, I dropped my merch and I saw that you don't follow me. And so I just thought that, you know, it was beef. So, yeah. So Sonya was like, no, I unfollowed you because of the hair flip.
You unfollowed me? It really wasn't any smoke. That was because of the hair flip. No, baby, it was a hair flip. Drew, do not do that. She's flipping.
And she basically referenced that she saw on her timeline. So I don't know if Drew put it or other blogs was putting it, but I'm just like, you should have said something, or y'all should have handled that at the reunion. Like, all you said was like,
Andy, she's flipping her hair on me.
Girl. But Drew basically tells Sonya, like, she's like, at the end of the day, you came here to support me, the olive branch. I'm gonna receive it as an olive branch, and, you know, let's just start anew. I appreciate it. They get up, they hug, they squash the beef. Cool. One down. Let's go to round 2.
Branch. That means so much. Squash that beef! Well, you know, I heard that Courtney. Apparently, you had some things to say about me to Sonya.
Kandi then segues. She's like, well, you know, Courtney, I heard that you had so much to say about me. So that's funny. Sonya basically, she threw Sonya on the bus too. She said, Sonya said that you over here had so much to say about me. So what did you say? And then Sonya jumped in like, well, you know, Courtney, you did say that, you know, Kandi went to an event, she posted it, and you said that she brought the hood out, or the ghetto. And Courtney's like, yep, I said that.
She went to some event and she brought the ghetto out, or the hood out. And you brought the ratchet people, and you brought the hood out. Yeah,
She loses me because she was like, well, you know, at the end of the day, I'm from the ghetto. I was born in the ghetto. I'm ghetto. I love the ghetto. That's just me. So Candace's like, okay, so what's the big deal? She was like, no, because I was just saying that you brought a certain demographic of people out. Like, that's just not da-da-da.
I said ghetto people started to come, which was true. And I also doubled down that I like ghetto, and I love it. My family is hood.
So I actually was with Kandi on this one because it's just like, regardless of who I brought out, the owners should be happy that the seats got filled and they got paid. So regardless of who the demographic was, they still got what they wanted, seats filled, and people got paid. So what's the big deal? So they started over here getting loud, and then, you know, Kandi's basically telling her, like, at the end of the day, you shouldn't be over here down in the place where you're from. You shouldn't be down over the place where you're from. And Courtney's over here like, she's like, you seem so triggered. You see something triggered. You see something triggered.
The thing that triggers me is that you don't know me, and that you're saying, oh, she bring the hood up. But I bring everybody out.
Kandi's like, okay, you gonna call me ghetto, but you are the ghetto. I'm just like, ooh. Sonya then, in the middle, gives Mayetta an opening to basically address Marlo. And Marlo's already seeming unbothered, but Mayetta's like, you made a shady comment in Jamaica basically saying that I needed permission from Kandi to come out and talk to y'all, and I didn't like that because it was unkind and it was rude.
But what was the issue you had with Marlo? Yes. Right? And you said that you felt like last year she was trying to play you. She definitely tried to play me. Oh, I guess Kandi let her come talk, and I was really trying
to act oblivious, like, girl, when did I say that? But then they told her, and then she was like, okay, well, you know, it is what it is. Is that all love? And, you know, just being condescending and just dismissive. And
well, to me, exactly. That's all that matters. And you were not. It's about kindness. So is that all you had to say to me, beautiful? Girl, bye. Ew.
So the last part is, Drew brings up, so Kandi, you know, there were some things that happened, at your restaurant. Like, do you care to explain, like, what's going on? And then Marlo's like,
what happened?
Because we were at Blaze 2 days before.
Before what happened?
There was like an incident. It was like all over the...
And for me, it seems like either the producers asked them to ask this question because they tried to ask last episode, or the girls got together like, look, we need gag Kandi. Like, what are we doing? It's one of the two. I'm still trying to figure it out. But, you know, Marlo's like, girl, what happened? Like, what's going on? And she was like, yeah, there was like some sort of incident. And Marlo's like,
a shooting?
Fine. You talking about the shooting that happened at Blaze? It was a private matter. Okay, I'm ready to go home, you guys.
And Candace's like, they're fine. They're very dry. And Marlo's like, okay, you know what? I'm leaving because, you know, since Kandi don't want to ask anything, they get to sweep it under the rug. I'm leaving. And I'm just like, it's not really that deep. I can see where it could be frustrating, where it's like, if someone's like being reserved about a situation, but one, she doesn't have to answer you. Two, if, like Kandi said last episode, if it's a legal situation, then you can't really make her say anything because it's legal. But my whole situation, like, is if it's a legal situation and two of your associates, one got shot and the other one, you weren't involved, but you're the owners, how can't you not speak on it? Because low-key, Kandi, you did kind of explain the situation, saying that someone at the restaurant that worked there came in intoxicated and shot the other guy. So, I mean, you basically told... But, okay, whatever.
She wants, so y'all stop talking about... about when you cut the girl in the face. Okay, let's talk about it. She was over 23 years ago.
So, they left it at that, and everything was supposed to be done. 30 minutes later, Marlo is pissed. We thinking that the show is over here done. They cut black, boom, they come back.
I reached out to Kandi. I was there 2 days before the shooting, so I was concerned, truly, because I had
Drew and Marlo over here arguing. So Drew and Marlo are arguing, and I feel like the moral of the situation is, I feel like, yes, Marlo's hurt about her late nephew passing, but I feel like she tried to indirectly get Drew to bring up the whole shooting to go after Kandi. And Marlo wanted Drew to say shooting in particular to give her an organic segue into the conversation, right?
Everybody knows it was on the news. It was on the news. I'm gonna ask you a question. I need to understand.
Oh, I think that's why Drew was like, okay, you know, I didn't want to make a moment with Kandi. So Marlo let Drew, you know, she let her talk and Drew talk, and then Marlo's like, okay, well, you know, okay, this is how I feel. Drew's trying to walk away, and Marlo's like, so you're not gonna let me talk? I just let you talk.
You're gonna walk away? You won't let me just talk now? I said what I needed to say. Okay, so now can you respect me enough to tell her? If you feel that you're not gonna make a moment, you're gonna respect.
So Drew's like, okay, what are we talking about? Marlo then sits there. She's like, my nephew's dead. My nephew is dead. Gets up and...
You is dead, but you're talking about acting. No, you're acting like my nephew is dead, bitch! You know what?
Looking at Drew's face when Marlo was like,
my nephew's dead, bitch.
And Drew's just like a deer in headlight, look like Giselle off Potomac. So I'm just like, I don't know where it came from. It came out of left field. Drew's feeling like she's caught off guard. So we're gonna find out next episode what really happened, or what, I don't know. But y'all, let me know what you guys think. Whose side are you on? Are you on Drew's side? Are you on Marlo's side? Are you on, do you feel like any of the beefs are going to transform? Because we already know that Kenya and Marlo about the beef, because Marlo is just antagonistic. So, but y'all, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.